87% of young adults now get their health advice from social media. And according to researchers at the University of Chicago, nearly half of those health videos contain non-factual information. Which means if you've been following gut health advice online, there's a coin flip chance some of what you believe is flat out wrong. Today, we're going through the 5 biggest gut health myths that millions of people still believe. And we're going to show you what the latest peer-reviewed research actually says. Myth number 3 is going to shock you, and myth number 5 might change how you think about gut health entirely. Before we dive in, this is educational content based on peer-reviewed research, not medical advice. Your situation is unique, so always work with a healthcare provider on personal decisions. 87% of young adults now get their health advice from social media. And according to researchers at the University of Chicago, nearly half of those health videos contain non-factual information. Here's the problem with gut health information in 2025. The gut health space has exploded. The hashtag gut health has over 3 billion views on TikTok alone, over 5 million posts on Instagram, and a new gut health supplement seems to launch every single week. With this much noise, myths don't just survive, they thrive. They get repeated so often that they start sounding like established science. But here's the thing. The actual science of the gut microbiome has advanced faster in the last 3 years than in the previous 3 decades combined. And some of what we thought was true even 5 years ago is now being directly challenged by new research. So let's separate the facts from the fiction, starting with one of the most popular beliefs in the entire gut health world. Myth number 1. More gut diversity is always better. You've probably heard this 1,000 times. Increase your gut diversity. A diverse microbiome is a healthy microbiome. It's become one of the foundational beliefs of the entire gut health movement. And it's not entirely wrong. But a groundbreaking 2025 study published in Nature Communications just complicated this idea significantly. Researchers studied 78 healthy individuals in India who regularly consumed fermented foods like fermented milk and soybean products. And what they found surprised the entire microbiome research community. Long-term fermented food consumers actually showed reduced gut microbiota diversity and lower bacterial load compared to non-consumers. Yet these individuals were healthy. In fact, they showed beneficial metabolic markers despite having less diversity. Now let me be clear, this doesn't mean diversity is bad, but it does mean the story is far more nuanced than the simple more diversity equals better health equation we've all been sold. A landmark 2024 perspective published in Nature Reviews Microbiology, authored by over 30 of the world's top microbiome researchers, examined this exact question. Their conclusion was striking. There is no universal definition of a healthy microbiome. Microbial variability across different populations, geographies, and lifestyles means that what looks healthy in one person may look completely different in another. In other words, chasing a diversity number on a gut test may be completely meaningless for your specific situation. The real measure of gut health, according to this research, isn't just how many different species you have. It's how well your microbial community functions. Are they producing the right metabolites? Are they supporting your immune system? Are they maintaining your gut barrier? A smaller but well-functioning microbial community may be healthier than a highly diverse but dysfunctional one. Quick note, I've put a comprehensive guide in the description with links to all the studies I'm referencing. Myth number 2, leaky gut isn't a real thing. This one is interesting because it's a myth that travels in both directions. On one side, alternative health influencers claim leaky gut causes everything from brain fog to autoimmune disease. On the other side, some medical professionals have dismissed the concept entirely. The truth, as usual, is somewhere in the middle, and recent research has swung the pendulum firmly towards scientific legitimacy. First, let's get the terminology right. The medical term is increased intestinal permeability, and it is absolutely measurably real. A comprehensive 2024 review published in Clinical and Experimental Medicine documented that increased intestinal permeability is now linked to a growing list of conditions, including inflammatory bowel disease, celiac disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and even type 2 diabetes. But here's where it gets truly remarkable. A study of 1,120 healthy relatives of Crohn's disease patients found that increased intestinal permeability could predict the onset of Crohn's disease years before any symptoms appeared. Let me repeat that. Your gut barrier function today may be signaling what's coming years from now. Now, a 2024 review from Mayo Clinic researchers published in Gastroenterology and Hepatology added important nuance. While intestinal permeability is real and measurable, leaky gut syndrome, as popularly described on social media, often goes too far. The authors noted that evidence supports an association between impaired barrier function and certain conditions. But the idea that leaky gut causes every ailment under the sun is not supported by current science. So what's the takeaway? Intestinal permeability is a real, measurable biological phenomenon. Research suggests it may play a role in several disease processes. But the social media version of leaky gut causes everything oversimplifies a complex area of science. The responsible approach is to focus on evidence-based strategies that research suggests may support gut barrier function, things like fiber-rich diets, fermented foods, stress management, and adequate sleep, while working with healthcare providers for specific concerns. Myth number 3. Gut detoxes and cleanses will reset your microbiome. This is the myth that the wellness industry really doesn't want you to hear. Internal showers, juice cleanses, colon cleanses, activated charcoal protocols. The gut detox market is enormous, and if you search for gut cleanse on any social media platform, you'll find millions of videos promoting these products. Here's what the science says. There is no high-quality evidence that any commercial gut cleanse or detox product provides health benefits in healthy people. A systematic review indexed on PubMed found 0 methodologically rigorous controlled trials supporting colon cleansing for general health promotion. 0. The Mayo Clinic states directly that colon cleansing is not necessary for general health. Harvard Medical School has published multiple analyses reaching the same conclusion. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, which is part of the National Institutes of Health, concludes that evidence for detox and cleanse products is limited and that side effects, including serious ones, can and do occur. But it gets worse. According to gastroenterologist Dr. Will Bulsiewicz, when researchers have studied what bowel cleanses actually do to your microbiome, they found that cleanses cause injury to the beneficial bacteria in your gut. If done repeatedly, this may actually worsen the digestive problems you were trying to fix. So not only is there no evidence these products help, there's evidence they may actively harm the very ecosystem you're trying to improve. Your body already has a world-class detoxification system. It's called your liver and kidneys. They've been doing this job for millions of years of evolution. They don't need a $30 supplement to do their work. The research-backed way to support your gut isn't a 3-day cleanse. It's consistent, long-term habits. The Stanford Fermented Food Study showed it took 10 weeks or more of consistent dietary changes to see sustained immune benefits. There are no shortcuts. Myth number 4. All probiotics are basically the same. Walk into any supplement aisle and you'll see dozens of probiotic products. Most people grab whatever has the highest billion CFU count on the label and assume they're making a good choice. The research tells a very different story. A systematic review and meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Medicine examined decades of randomized controlled trials and found strong evidence for a concept called strain specificity. That means different strains of the exact same bacterial species can have completely different effects. Here's a specific example that makes this crystal clear. Researchers compared 2 commercial products, both containing bacteria from the species Lactobacillus casei, same species, but 2 different strains. One strain, L. casei, DN Walum 4001, reduced antibiotic-associated diarrhea to just 6.7%. The other strain, L. casei shirota, saw rates of 33.3%. Same species name on the label, wildly different outcomes. A 2024 meta-analysis looking at strain-specific effects on depression and anxiety found the same pattern. Across 12 randomized controlled trials involving over 700 participants, certain specific strains showed meaningful effects on mood, while others from the same genus showed nothing at all. And a 2021 analysis in eClinical Medicine examined 14 different probiotic types for irritable bowel syndrome. 9 showed efficacy for at least one symptom. 4 showed no efficacy whatsoever. Same label category of probiotic, completely different results. This is why reading lactobacillus or bifidobacterium on a label tells you almost nothing about what that product will actually do. It's like saying, I bought a car without specifying whether it's a sedan or a school bus. The category is the same. The function is completely different. If you're considering probiotics, look for products that list specific strain designations, not just genus and species names. And understand that the research supporting a specific strain for one condition does not automatically apply to a different strain or a different condition. As always, this is something worth discussing with a healthcare provider who can help match specific research to your individual situation. And now, myth number 5. And this one might be the most important of all. There is one ideal, perfect, healthy gut microbiome. This belief underlies so much of gut health marketing. The idea that there's a golden standard microbiome composition, and if you can just get your gut to match that template, you'll be perfectly healthy. A 2024 Perspective article in Nature Reviews Microbiology, authored by an international consortium of over 30 leading microbiome researchers, challenged this idea head-on. Their conclusion: defining a single, healthy microbiome is not currently possible and may never be. Why? Because healthy microbiome compositions vary dramatically based on geography, diet, genetics, age, and lifestyle. What's normal and healthy for someone living in rural India looks fundamentally different from someone living in New York City. Neither is wrong. They're adapted to different environments. The researchers proposed moving away from a single reference standard and toward understanding healthy microbiome configurations as a spectrum, one that accounts for the tremendous natural variability between individuals. This matters because many gut health tests compare your results to a reference range that may not even apply to someone with your specific background, diet, and lifestyle. Chasing someone else's microbiome profile may be exactly the wrong approach for your body. The emerging science points towards something far more personalized. Rather than asking, does my gut match the ideal? The better question is my gut performing its functions well? Is it maintaining barrier integrity, producing short-chain fatty acids, supporting immune balance, responding well to the foods you eat? So let's bring this all together. The 5 myths we just debunked. More diversity is always better. It's not that simple. Leaky gut isn't real. It absolutely is, scientifically documented as intestinal permeability. Gut cleanses work. No evidence they help, some evidence they harm. All probiotics are the same. Strain specificity means they're dramatically different. And there's one perfect healthy gut. There isn't. Your microbiome is as unique as your fingerprint. The common thread across all 5 of these myths is that gut health is far more complex and far more individual than social media would have you believe. But that's actually good news, because it means the path to a healthier gut isn't about buying the right product or following the right influencer. It's about understanding the science and making informed, consistent choices that work for your unique body. Remember, what we've covered today is what research shows in controlled studies. Your body is unique, and a qualified professional can help you apply these insights to your specific situation. Everything we covered is linked in the description. Subscribe for new gut health research every week. Next time, we're diving into something fascinating: 141 common medications that are quietly changing your gut bacteria without you knowing it. A Stanford study that's going to change how you think about your medicine cabinet. See you there.